I want everybody to know from today, as much as our camp is concerned, we want to state emphatically that nobody has signed any bond anywhere not to perform with anybody on any stage. That thing is a lie. Some people fabricated that story just to run away from performing on the same stage with Shatta Wale.
Gossips, trending, viral content, celebrity lifestyle. Welcome to
Shatta Wale's manager Sammy Flex Aba Bonting Aba expose Nit FM's entertainment host Olama Kele information about Bonting concerning Stonebwoy and Wale assigning bond being the reason why Stonebwoy always tries not to show up whenever they build both of them. It will show us, or he tries to let them take off Shatta Wale from shows. I've made a video about that particular story, which has been debunked by Shatta Wale's manager. According to Sammy Flex, the media is trying to find a reason to defend Stonebwoy's attitude towards Shatta Wale of late, of which that wouldn't be healthy for the industry as time goes on. In a video, Shatta Wale's manager said a lot about the said bond Olama Kele was talking about, that it was signed in the year 2019. According to Sammy Flex, there hasn't been any bond signed between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy not to perform at the same venue. And if it was true that there was a bond signed in 2019, why were they allowed to perform at the Ashanti Sound Clash and there wasn't any form of punishment for them? And two, they were allowed to perform at the Nima Salah Fest somewhere last month, of which Stonebwoy performed before Shatta Wale. Nothing happened. So this is a deliberate attempt by Stonebwoy trying to tell event organizers not to book Shatta Wale to shows that he has already been booked. Sammy Flex added that he had spoken to some of the previous managers of Shatta Wale, which is Bulldog, Nana Dope and the others, about this particular bond. But all of them said there's nothing like that. Of which Shatta Wale himself has also confirmed that there was nothing like a bond signed between them. So the media should stop spreading that particular news that there's a bond signed between them. It is just an attempt to defend Stonebwoy. Let's have time to listen to what Sammy Flex said about this particular bond signed and the misinformation in the media.
We are Shatta Movement. We do things like Shatta Movement. That is what everybody should know. On the issue of whether Shatta Wale has signed a bond not to perform on the stage with Stonebwoy, that is what I want to address today, so that anybody at all who sits on any platform to champion these false narratives would know that, oh, it is not like that. This is how it started. During this year's Ghana DJ Awards, I think it was in February, when organizers called Shatta Movement to come support them in terms of appearance and performance at the awards. At that time, we were also aware that the organizers had advertised Stonebwoy. Who wouldn't want two top stars on their platform? So if Stonebwoy is then, they would also get Shatta Wale. Big deal for them. And at the end of the day, it's an award show. Award show for DJs. DJs work with musicians. So if they are, in fact, they needed all top musicians in Ghana to even feature on the platform. So it was agreed. Now I think a day, or it was either a day before the program or on the same day, that's on the Saturday, then organizers received a call from an unknown person who introduced himself as working in the office of the IGP. And according to him, he told the organizers, and here I'm talking about Mercury, who is the CEO of Mercury Republic, the organizers of Ghana DJ Awards. In fact, the annual Ghana DJ Awards, which has been doing well. And the person who introduced himself as working from the IGP's office said, oh, unfortunately for him, Stonebwoy wouldn't be able to perform because they have signed a bond with Shatta Wale not to perform on the same stage. This Mercury did not take it lightly because it was last minute. He wanted to do his show. He's advertised the artist. He was supposed to perform. And this call comes. Mercury insisted that he rushes to the office for whoever is demanding that to be done to talk to him. Let him know how we are going to do this, because these guys are not going to perform at the same time. These guys are not going to do anything together. It is time slot. You come and do yours, you are gone. You come and do yours, you are gone. There wasn't any way they are going to have any togetherness or clash anywhere. And then the person went off the line. Further attempts for Mercury to get him or her, okay, I'm sure it is him, to get him so that they can have conversations about this, clashed. Like nothing happened. It did not yield any results. Now, it did not end there. I think after the awards came, Kwesi Abuaji on Peace FM contacted Mercury, called him and interviewed him about this particular issue of someone calling him and saying or introducing himself as calling from the IGP's office and warning him or cautioning him not to put Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale on the same stage. Mercury spoke on Peace FM, and Kwesi Abuaji made attempts on the same day to get someone from the IGP's office to confirm if indeed a situation like this happened, if indeed the IGP's office initiated such a call to Mercury Quay so the two guys can't perform, in this case Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale. All efforts by Kwesi Abuaji to get the police, the headquarters, whoever was supposed to give that information also proved futile. It failed. Nothing happened. And fast forward, issues have happened. At Beka show, Stonebwoy said, or Team Stonebwoy were not ready to perform. They did not perform. On Nima, Salafest, Stonebwoy performed on the same stage after Shatta Wale also performed on the same stage. Nobody died. In fact, at that time, the so-called bond or the so-called call from the IGP's office or from the police service, I think at that time it was not active. At that time it was null and void, so they performed. Now, the recent one at Legon campus, where the TF and the Liman show saga came up, and I have seen a video of Ola Michael pushing this narrative again, shouting and telling the world something that is not true, full of lies, false narrative that Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy have signed a bond not to perform on one stage before. So when I saw the video from NIT FM, I was even going to the barber shop. So right there in the barber shop, shout out to Danso, my barber's here in Soto. I was with them when I placed the call to Ola, and I said, Ola, I've seen you in a video talking about the fact that Shatta Wale has signed a bond not to perform on the same stage with Stonebwoy. I want you to know that that particular thing is a lie. It is false. Some people just concocted that story. Some people just fabricated that story just to run away from performing from Ghana DJ Awards. It is nowhere. Nobody can pull any paper from any office that someone signed a bond not to perform on the same stage. In fact, who signed that bond? Was it Shatta Wale? Was it his manager? Because at that time, we know it was about Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. No manager was even part of that conversation. It was the two of them who went to court, who went to sales, went to court. So if there was anybody who needs to get that information clearly, it is Shatta Wale. And Shatta Wale does not remember signing anything. So why this false narrative? Why are we pushing these lies and every time making it look like it is the truth? There is no truth in that information. I want everybody to know. There is no truth anywhere about Shatta signing any bond not to perform with Stonebwoy on the same stage. It is not true. So I called Ola, and in the middle of the conversation, whilst I was telling the Ola, that information you put out is wrong, and it will be good to even retract. Come out and tell your people on your radio. Because yes, I could not listen to the radio. I could only get a chance to watch it on Instagram on Sammy K's page. Get the time to go back there, say that it is not true that Shatta has signed a bond. Give it to Sammy K to post again, because that's where many people will see. Because not many will listen to your program, but many in their free time, in their play time, will still get the opportunity to see it on the timeline. So he said, well, Sammy, because of the nature of this case, would you permit me to add Mercury? So we do a three-way conversation about how these things are going. I said, no problem. Why not? Ola Michael contacted Mercury and added Mercury on the line. And Mercury was on the same point. That when that call came, he even wanted to do follow-up. The person never picked any call again. The number that was used to call him, he called so many times, he never picked any call again. And that he was even saying that, these are event people who are supposed to get the information. So if it is true that indeed Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy have signed a bond not to perform on the same stage, why didn't the police put out a statement, a press statement, that would rather address the event people? So that if you are an event organizer, Mercury Republic, They will know that, okay, we are not supposed to do this because it is public knowledge. If you are event factory, you will know. If you are image bureau, you will know. If you are whoever who is into events, you will know that you are not supposed to put these two together. Why should it be a secret? Why should it be information that has to be dark before you get it? No, it is not true. And I want everybody to know from today, as much as our camp is concerned, we want to state emphatically that nobody has signed any bond anywhere not to perform with anybody on any stage. That thing is a lie. Some people fabricated that story just to run away from performing on the same stage with Shatta Wale. It was a lie just to run away from that stage. Because at that time, I'm not sure they had any better reason to give to the organizers. The only thing they could do was just to fabricate this. So after all, if they don't come, it looks heavy, the reason looks good, the reason looks cool. So they can just run away from it. And as of now, there is nobody who has been able to provide any information, any official document that suggests that indeed Shatta Wale has signed a contract not to perform, or a bond, has signed a bond not to perform with Stonebwoy on the same stage. So please, from today, anywhere you hear anybody saying that, you should know that the person is a lie.
Gossips, trending, viral content, celebrity lifestyle. Welcome to